Okay, this is day 3. See you, no plan. The other guy was here was McRaman, that's it. He left earlier, maybe 15 minutes earlier. Just a little blue trail. We do take a left down here, don't we? All right. I'm pretty sure I'm on the AT. I just don't want to go the wrong direction again. It's the way I came from, up the trail to the shelter. And now, 9/10 of a mile to next water supply. And I see the white blaze up here. I'm good. The plan today is 14.6 or something like that to the next shelter. And the reason is that sets me up the next morning for a 2 or 3 mile hike to a road where I can hitchhike or maybe find a shuttle to take me into near Blacksburg or near a store where I can do a resupply. I've probably only got a day or two left of food, and I don't want to take a chance. I can't do it. I can't make it all the way to Dragon's Tooth in 3 days with that amount of food, so I need to do that. So that's the plan. Well, I was really hoping for much smoother terrain, but the first 6 or 7 tenths that I've gone has been not quite all this bad, but close to it, where you're having to pick your steps carefully. And no plan just passed me like I was standing still. These thru hikers are something else, man. They can move. They're a little bit younger too, but it's the fact that they've been out here for several months, 2 or 3 months at least. Oh my gosh. All right, hopefully the water supply is coming up before too long. That's where I came from, and here's my water source. Looks good. Coming down, filtered through all that. Probably wouldn't even have to filter it, but these days they say you always should. Love gravity. This crap has gone on since I left the shelter over a mile ago, about 1.5 miles, maybe a 1.25 miles. Just continuous rocks. It really slows me down. I don't know how some of these people fly over these rocks, but I can't do it. Don't want to take a chance. But it just goes on and on. It really makes my estimate of how far I can go questionable. Maybe it'll smooth out. And the rocks continue. Probably close to 2 miles of them at least. But these, I love taking pictures of these, or actually seeing them, all the moss growing on this dead tree that's rotting away. It's beautiful. The moss is really pretty. As I was going down this path, that's the way I'm going down some steep section here. I noticed a little path. So, oh, what's that? And looked over. Wow, pretty cool. Look at that. You could definitely, that's well, there's no place to, maybe on that rock. I see people have had a fire there. Interesting place, so protection in a storm possibly. All right, finally coming up on the road, Bailey's Gap Road, I believe. I think there's also Bailey's Gap Shelter, not too far away. This is just a marquee, but it's a big area according to a picture I saw. So I've got to switch water, put water in my, call it my carry-on, the one I keep out handy. This one, I've got a liter in my side here. Break it. Oh, a good rock to sit on. Yes. Look, this is a big parking area. I guess great place for people to come and. All right. Sit down here, kind of take note of where I'm at. It's been tough this morning. The last mile has been decent. Mountain Lake Wilderness. Pause it if you want to read it. But when you pause it, the bottom part has crap in it, so I don't know if this helps. Alright, it's been sprinkling lightly for a little while, and I think this is a hornet's nest. I am not going to wait around and see for sure. Could be a knot on a tree, but like a hornet's nest to me. Maybe they're not around it, or they're inside because of the rain. Next stop should be for water in, I don't know, a little, hopefully under 3 miles, I'm not sure. And another 1.5 miles after that is a shelter where I plan on eating a late lunch, because it's going to be a while for me to get there, depending on several things. Mainly the trail. Right now the trail's moving really good. A good water source. And it's 1.5 miles from here. I'd planned on getting water here, at least some. But it's 1.5 miles to War Spur Shelter. And according to notes, there's good water there. So why carry an extra 3 or 4 pounds of water another 1.5 miles when I can get up there? I've got enough to get me that. It's downhill from here, so all right, I'll just wait. Then I can also have a late lunch. Okay, now the question is how to do this. A bunch of people have gone down the kind of the steep. It's a little bit muddy, and then they still got to get over that log. So I'm going to step over here, step on this, get on that, and that should do it. Okay, after thinking quite a bit and looking at the maps, I've decided to cut this. It's 1 mile to War Spur Shelter, something like that. It's a real nice shelter. It's got a privy, supposedly, and it's got water. So that's only a little over 9.5 miles, I think, for today. But if I go on, it's another 6 miles to the shelter I originally said this morning I wanted to try to get to. But looking at the elevation, it is uphill and steep. So I'm going, well, I got plenty of food for because tomorrow I want to just get to the road and see if I can't get into Blacksburg and resupply, maybe even spend the night there. I don't know. We'll see. That's another logistic issue. But at this point I'm going, hey, why kill myself? I've been killing myself a little bit. There's no need. I've got time. I got ahead of the curve. Originally, the whole logistic plan was to be at this shelter I'm coming up to in a mile on day 3, which I just got way ahead of it. And so I was thinking, well, shoot for the next shelter even. So anyway, that's the way I feel now. You never know. I might get there and get bored, but I think it's going to be Oh gosh, yes, it'll be close to 2:30, so I'll have time. I can edit some of my pictures and video and just take my time and rest. It sounds really good right now. Let's see how I do. I hear the creek running, so there's going to be water, and I just saw the shelter through the trees. War Spur Shelter. I'm pretty sure home for a night. Hardly any doubt, actually. Oh, looks good. Oh my gosh, they've got a bench to set in. Oh, nobody's here, so I get the choice if I want to set up my tent or stay in the shelter. With storms, possible thunderstorms, maybe I think I better stay here in the shelter. Wow. Oh, this is great. And I hear the stream down there, so I can get water. Let's hope there's not too many mice. There's mice in all of them, but whatever. All right, I'm gonna go get some water, but I thought these were bees for a minute. But up here's little baby birds of some kind. Oh man, that's awful. I need to clean my lens. Okay, this is about 30 yards down from the shelter, maybe 40. Now this is water. It'll take me about, a tenth of a second to fill up my 3-liter container. Pretty cool. Someone said there was a pool deep enough you could get in and rinse off if you wanted to. Get your trail names? Lop. Lavender. I should have remembered that. Alexandria. And your trail name? Moniker. Oh, that's right, Moniker. All right. Thanks, guys. This is day 4. That's Moniker's set up. Some ladies came through last night. They all stayed down there. Bye. Yep, you too. They stayed down there and there's about 7 of them, I think. They had their own little fire and everything. And we're off. And I've kind of changed my mind on what I was going to do. I was going to go up a little over 8 miles to a road and maybe hitchhike or shuttle into a town for resupply because I'm getting low on food. But you know what? Man, it's nice when your pack is lighter. Do I need it? Do I need to take the time? Well, I've got time. Time's not as much of an issue. Oh man. Oh good. It goes up here to a bridge. I'm going, oh no, I couldn't rock hop that. But there's a bridge right up here. So I got away at 7:15, by the way. Here's that bridge I was just looking at. Man, it's water. It's beautiful. All right. Ooh, this thing's a little shaky. Hey, we are coming up on VA Route 632. It's a gravel road, looks like. Cross it, back into the woods. Somebody's here. It's a good parking spot if anybody wants to start or end around here. It looks like you could get to it, obviously. Oh yeah, pretty good. All right, and that's where I came from. Yeah, quite a few cars can park there. And back into the woods. I think we're ready now for a large, quite an elevation gain. I think it's not real steep though, but we shall see. Gotta be careful on these. Be careful on these boards, these wet boards. It can be really slippery. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right, I just finished one hell of a climb. I want to go to Kelly Knob Overlook. It's 100 yards off, but you know what? It's a chance for a view, possibly. Yeah, Johns Creek Trail is 3.5 miles, VA 658. Laurel Creek Shelter, 2.5 miles. I'll try to do some type of lunch there of some kind. If I don't go to that road 3.5 miles and hitchhike in for some more supplies, I probably will try to go light on my eating. Oh, look at this campsite. Wow. If it wasn't raining, see, I could keep going and instead of stopping at a shelter, but we've got rain in forecast all day. I think tomorrow is supposed to lighten up, but I'm not 100% sure. So that kind of restricts me to trying to go with shelters, which I don't want to go too far and I don't want to go too short. We'll see what happens today. All right, I am at Kelly Knob. It's 120 yards off the trail. I probably shouldn't have come. I knew it wasn't going to be a good view because of all of the rain and clouds, fog. But you know what? There's not really a view here anyway. There's not a clear view. Huh, it's pretty cool though. Look down there. These rocks are kind of slippery, so I gotta be real careful. Anyway, would have been a great place, you know, if it turned out just right to come back and camp here even. Finally, I think it's Laurel Spring Shelter. Oh man, I need a break. Awesome. Well, who cares about getting on a picnic table? Oh. Somebody left their glasses and their knee brace. Oh shit. Privy, don't need it. All right. Damn. All right, I am going to put this up because these rocks are slippery, the wood's slippery, and I could easily hippity-hoppity over those rocks. So, but I don't want to chance that. Fall in and my phone will get wet. These are called fields on the FarOut app. It's a marker, which means I'm about 1 mile from the, I don't know if it's State Road or 42, which, as we all know, is the meaning of life. That should be about 1 mile. That was a point where I could take a day off, hitchhike or shuttle into Blacksburg, which I think is only 16 miles. But at this point, once I get there, it's 3.5 to the next shelter, which would really put me in line to get close to finishing tomorrow. Well, day 6 anyway. This is day 4. That was pretty. Haven't seen any fields in, I don't know, a long time if I've seen any on this. Runs by somebody's field. Cool. All right. And it's cleared up. No rain. Yay. I said I wasn't going to film anymore, at least till I get to the road. But this area is unique. Besides ferns, and I've been in areas with lots of ferns. We're in with a lot of fir trees. I don't know if you can see them back there. We'll switch this. All right. That smells piney. I think it's piney. It's really fresh. Oh, yeah. Coming out of the woods again to another field. It's so pretty when that happens. And it's clear. You know, it rained on me. Rained all last night, poured. And rained on me a few times this morning. The clouds were, well, by now you've already saw where I went to Kelly Knob and there's no view whatsoever. It was raining and it's cloudy. But now look at this. Oh, really pretty. How would you like to have that house? Zoom in. Probably a little close to the trail, but wow, what a beautiful home. And look what they have to look at. Oh, just keep them coming. Beautiful. See the white blazes for the Appalachian Trail. I assume somebody has given permission for hikers to come through here. I don't see any cattle. Haven't had to worry about stepping in cow patties like I have in a bunch of places whenever it opened up into a field. Not this trip, but many others. Look at this. Coming up on 42 here in just a minute. Look at this old barn. Cool. The house on top of the hill. All right, yeah, I see the road. It's right up there. And a bridge. And these planks. They're a little tipsy in some places. They've been here a while. Oh, this isn't that wet right there. Oh man. All right. This is the famous Kiefer oak. It's huge. It is huge. Moo! Look at all of them. Oh, they're pissing and crapping. And there's the Kiefer oak from here. It's a huge tree. Cool looking tree. All right, hope I'm going the right way. I think I am. It doesn't look like a regular white blaze. All right, made it to the power lines where I think we're under a mile now to the shelter. Maybe 0.8 to the turnoff. I'm not sure. Or the cairns. There's also, oh, hey, I'm gonna get a little view here. It's thundering. But looky there, a view. Nice. Not going to be a view that way. I think finally, Sarver Hollow Shelter. S-A-R-V-E-R. This is unbelievable. It's the sign up at the top says 0.4 miles, and it's down. But FarOut says 0.3. I believe it's 0.4. And there ain't gonna be nobody here. Nobody in their right mind would come down here if they know it. Through hikers do not want to do 3/10 or 4/10 of a mile, especially downhill and then back up. Wow, look at it though. Oh my God, this is in the middle of nowhere. But you know, thank heaven. Oh, good. It's just a shelter. But a picnic table, and it's covered. Awesome. I gotta go get some water, I think. All right, this is Artum, right? Artum?
Artum.
A-R-T-U-M.
Yeah, Artum from Russia.
And he's got a fellow Russian with him hiking, but he went to trail days, so
Yeah.
hopes that he catches him. But I've run across him a couple of times, and seems like a really good guy.